The game in summary. Play4Guidance business game. Player's guide. The game in summary. The business game, Play4Guidance, is a simulation game between teams, where each team has the task of managing a strategic point of view, their own business competing with the other in a market. It simulates a market of manufacturing companies, which operate by transforming raw materials into finished products, and are in indirect competition for acquisition of scarce resources upstream, in the process of acquisition of raw materials from suppliers, and downstream, trying to sell finished products to customers. The aim of the game is to maximize the value of the company, assessed in terms of operating margin, recruitment policies, and the growth rate of investment, and the financial results of the company itself. The game is divided into rounds, each round simulating a month of activities of the companies and the market. During each round, each team, in parallel with the other, analyzes the current situation of the company and the market, quantitatively specified by a set of status variables that describe precisely the situation of the company. The player makes decisions on the operational and strategic management of the company, assigning quantitative values to a set of input variables. These decisions, along with those taken by other teams and a set of control parameters assigned by the manager of the game, determine the new situation of the company and of the market. In the first turn of the game, all companies share the same situation, which is inherited from the management of the previous year and whose decisions can therefore inspire the formation of their own strategy. One of the variables is the value of the company, whose value is determined in each round of play by the decisions of the company. Any company during the game can examine this value and compare it with that of their competitors, to try to reach the first place in the ranking. General characteristics of the market. The market and companies are simulated from various hypotheses of simplification. The main ones are the following. The companies transform one type of raw material obtained from suppliers into one type of finished product to the end-user market. The upstream market of suppliers is composed of only two suppliers, to which all companies are turning, a local supplier, with immediate availability of raw materials and to which you can also order small quantities, but competing on the price offered, and a supplier abroad, which guarantees prices generally lower but accepts orders only quarterly and delivery times take longer. The downstream market of customers is achieved through two sales channels, stores, characterized by a limited ability to sell, but prices can be high, and hypermarkets or supermarkets, which are able to distribute larger quantities of finished products but at lower prices. In both channels, companies compete on the asking price, and can improve their position with appropriate investments in advertising. The companies have thus tools to interact directly with one against the other. On the other hand, it becomes more difficult for other companies to be able to operate in a market in which one or more companies are able to acquire raw material or sell finished products in large quantities. Business activities. The company's activities are organized in three general areas. The management of supply, and therefore the relationship with the two suppliers, local and foreign. The production management, inclusive of warehouse management and production capacity, equipment and personnel, and technology development. The management of marketing and sales, through the two channels, stores and hypermarkets, according to the general scheme. A schematic diagram of the activities is the following. Bold arrows represent the main decisions to be taken, the dashed arrows the main results obtained. The processes that contribute to the creation of the value of each company are subjected to many conditions, described in detail in the chapter Data Dictionary of this manual. The most important are the following. Conditions relating to the management of supply. Conditions relating to the management of the production. Conditions relating to the management of marketing and sales. Conditions relating to the management of supply. The company produces a single type of finished product, starting from a single type of raw material. You get the raw material by ordering it from two suppliers, a local supplier and a foreign supplier. The local supplier accepts orders each month and delivers the goods the following month. The quantity of raw material actually obtained depends on the sum of the orders of all companies. If you have not exhausted the availability of the supplier, you get the order, otherwise the amount obtained is reduced according to the price offered. Whoever offers a higher price obtains a minor reduction. The foreign supplier accepts orders only in certain months of the year and delivers the goods with a delay of several months. The raw material is ordered with a fixed price and is transported in containers, each of which has a fixed cost of rent and a maximum capacity. Each order includes a maximum quantity of deliverable raw material. Regardless of its origin, the raw material received is kept in one raw material warehouse. The raw material warehouse contains a certain amount of raw material, as a result of operations inherited the previous year. Since the finished products must be sold packaged, you must also buy packaging of a single type, that is kept in a packaging warehouse. The unit cost of packaging is determined by the sole supplier, and it depends on whether they are purchased at retail or wholesale, in the specific number, less than or greater than a given threshold. Conditions relating to the management of the production. The process of transformation of raw materials into finished products is achieved by machines and workers in warehouses, in which you pay for the rent and the use of energy. New equipment may be acquired, even with deferred payment. Workers can be hired or fired. Their labor productivity can be improved by investing in their technical training. Investments in technology and training determine the quality of the process of transformation of the raw material. The production of finished products, broken down into high-quality products and products of average quality, maintained separately in the finished goods warehouse, depends on those investments. The investments allow for improvements in the efficiency and effectiveness of the process. Improving the efficiency increases the number of finished products made per unit of raw material and decreases the cost of implementation of each product. Improving the effectiveness increases the fraction of high-quality products on the total of the finished products made. At the beginning of the game, the management inherited from the previous year is such that the company is able to produce only finished products of medium quality. The finished products in stock are of medium quality as a result of previous management. Conditions relating to the management of marketing and sales. The finished products are put on sale, with their packaging, through two channels: stores, which accept only high-quality products, and hypermarkets, which accept both products of high quality and of average quality. The stores have a capacity of less than the total sales of the hypermarkets, but accept higher selling prices. The sale price in hypermarkets is the same for products of high quality and medium quality. The number of finished products sold in stores and hypermarkets depends on various factors, including the asking price and the investments made in advertising. Introduction to the use of the software system. The game takes place over the Internet and the control system of the game is available using any web browser. The Internet connection must be active for the duration of the game. To enter the system, you must register your profile through the registration form. After registration, a confirmation email will be sent in your mailbox. In the top menu of the home page, you can find the main functions of the system: Manage Game and Manage Profile. The central menu offers a quick access to start a game, links to games documentation, manual and quick start, and to access to the community support. The function Manage Game opens the following screen. To create a new game session, the player must select the language and choose a name. Select Choose Active or View Completed to access current game sessions or completed ones. The function Manage Profile opens the following screen. From the submenus on the left of the page, you can change your password to access the system and edit your data profile. The function Logout is to exit the system. To start the game, click on Choose Active, and select the row related to the game session. From the home page of the game, select Market Analysis submenus to access current information data on the market and on your business. Select Decision Making submenus to insert your decisional variables. Click Next to access Market Analysis page. The Market Analysis page. The buttons in the left section, Last Round Results, displays in the bottom part of the screen the data, organized in groups, Supply Management, Production Management, etc., linked to the previous round in the current session. The buttons in the center section General View, displays in the bottom part of the screen the data, General View, parameters, and decision history, from all the rounds already played in the current session. Both these pages have a list of variables with their values. Selecting the icon to the left of the name of each variable, a histogram is displayed, with the history of the values for that variable. Selecting the question mark, a text explanation of the variable is displayed. The graphic in the right section, Ranking List, shows the ranking of the value of the company at the current round. In yellow is the player position. Click Next to access Decision Making page. The buttons in the left section, Decisions, displays in the bottom part of the page, where to enter data, grouped by type, Supply Management, Production Management, etc., for the current round. On this page, the player communicates its decisions to the system by clicking Save. At this point, it is important to note that the values that are proposed initially for decisions are always the same as those selected in the previous round, except for some variables, for example, assumption and dismissal, which are always 0. The data entered in the fields on the page are not saved until you click the Save button at the end of the page. As a result, if the data are written and you select Next, without selecting Save before, the data are lost. During a round of play, the Save button can be selected more than once, to store the data in this way as they are typed. The buttons in the center section General View, displays in the bottom part of the page the data, General View, parameters, and decision history, from all the rounds already played in the current session. During some rounds of play, the player can access to a further help contents by clicking the Need Help function in the right top section of the page. At the end of the decisional process, The system requires a final confirmation, showing the global summary of all decisional values. After confirmation, the system shows the next round's values and the player can go on with the game. In order to collect data for the automatic competencies assessment tool, included in the game, the system could ask the player to answer to some questions. This is an example of this kind of questions.